I don't know how the military works. So whenever I was born and I was like, wham, flat-footed, I didn't have to worry about anything military-wise. I don't know. I could never be drafted. Like, I don't really... Yay!
Hey everybody, welcome back to another podcast by Natural Average.
It's us, bitches. I mean, wonderful people of the world. Sorry.
Oh my god. My name is Carolina. I'm here to cry about GOT7 this week. Yes, like every other week.
I was about to say, what's the difference? My name is Kat, and Park Joon-hee. Yeah, that's bae.
Wow. Wow.
My name is Cynthia, and I look and say him. That's it.
You're right.
That's a tweet.
That's the tweet.
Hello, everyone. My name is Terica, and I'm really excited because I'm about to watch my BTS Memories DVD, all 5 of them. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you
That's
doing
a
on
good
a Friday night?
Right?
So
Okay.
excited. I also have beer in
With
the fridge, so I'm ready.
7 men. Scandalous.
Also, Terica, we have a date. We're watching Burn the Stage again Sunday. Thank you.
We never finished the thing.
I know the last episode
The
because
last
I don't.
episode.
I heard that everybody cries. That Namjoon makes everybody cry in the last episode, so I wasn't
Wow.
ready, but I really missed them. So Sunday.
Okay, funny thing is that I paid for that YouTube Red thing. I watched episode 1 and 2, and then I didn't watch the rest. Thank you.
How about let's start with all the things that happened this week, guys?
Well,
Wow.
honestly, it's been kind of a dry week
Yeah.
in comparison.
This week they gave us a break after all the craziness that's been happening.
Oh my God,
I
you're
think
right.
that's what's happening.
That's what's happening. They're like, we're going to calm down just so they can, like, breathe a little bit.
You're right.
Before we fuck them up again.
Right.
Before we
But-
drop everything all together in the same day.
Great news, it did come out this week. The one that I am most excited about and that I'm glad we're talking about first is my man's and his boys going on a world tour. Yes, DPR. We gang, bitch.
DPR,
We
gang.
Hey.
Rep it every day. I ain't feeling them fakes.
What?
They don't need to tell you ain't.
It was really cool how they did it because like nobody really, you have to look at the video, and then it says, oh, you see the continents on it. It doesn't really, so you're just like, okay, they're going on tour to these continents, but hey, the North America's on there, and I'm ready.
Yeah, I really expected nothing less from them, though, as far as, like, the delivery on how to be, like, and not just, like, we're going on tour, here's a tweet. Like,
No.
when I noticed it, like you said, you're like, oh, hey, yep. Like, that's how, like, I don't know. I love how their ideas and stuff and how they think outside the box. They're great.
I was terrified because, like, I opened it, like, because I have all of their notifications on. So I have every member of DPR's post notifications
God.
on.
Oh, God. All right.
So when they all post something, I know something's going on within, like, DPR. So, like, I had Creams and Scott's and Davin's and Christian's, all of their notifications. And I was like, oh, my God, what's happening? So when I clicked on Christian, the picture didn't load. And all I saw was coming to you live. And I was like, oh, well, that's, like, Davin's, like, tag. So it could be, like, a new song or something. No, bitch. Then I saw the continents and I was just like, oh, God. I was like, oh, my God, it's a tour.
This girl said, I don't know the dates, but I'm going to go to all of them. I was just like, all right, girl, I am still trying to recover from the GOT7 week, okay?
You're right, because I'm over here saying, if they don't come to Austin, I'm not going, because funds.
Another messy thing, though, this doesn't have nothing to do with hip-hop unless you consider NCT a hip-hop group. Apparently NCT's managers are being hella rude, basically, and trying to control the boys, and I just don't understand
Why?
the mentality. Yeah, we apparently we're having like V lives, and all of the
Yeah.
managers behind the camera were just like, stop it. Like, I know for one, Ten and Johnny were speaking English, and the manager was just like, no, like, speak Korean. And then for other ones, like Lucas was just being Lucas, and they were just like, you gotta stop. And like, they were being scolded. I'm just like, okay, first of all, it's we moved on from K-pop being manufactured, so stop telling your artists how to act. And if they're on V Live, like, the fans just want them to be them. I don't want some fake ass, like,
Versions of them.
little,
Right.
yeah.
Like, that's the whole point of V Live. It's like, see them, like, hanging out, chilling, and being themselves. And, like,
Yeah.
there's even a video of, like, they were all laughing about something, and, like, I guess one of the managers gets Mark's attention, and like he instantly just stops laughing, and then he tells everyone to kind of like calm down. And I was just like, what the heck? Like now you're not even allowed to like laugh. Like what? Like what is the point? Like I don't want them to go live if they just have to sit there and just look at each other. Like that's boring.
Yeah, the thing is with like some of them too, whenever Tay specifically, whenever he's like on the V Lives, he'll literally say it out loud. He's like, oh, someone behind the camera doesn't want us to do that. Like he'll say
Yeah.
it. And
You're right.
he's-
Yes, give us a cheese man.
I know one of the clips. I know that he said that he was just like somebody behind the camera doesn't want to like wants us to shut it off, and he kept saying that. And Jaehyun was just looking at him like, "Bruh, you better stop. They're gonna fire you." And I'm like, "No, they're not." But you know,
Go
still.
fire you.
Tay would literally be that one video of the guy in the grocery store that's like, try me, bitch. He'd be
NCT's Vines, a thread.
Oh my god.
No, you know what that description reminded me of? Of that tweet. It was a while ago of Jay Park drinking like some bubble tea, and then they're like, Jay after leaving JYP, unbothered.
Seriously. So that's kind of just like, you know, I also another thing is NCT is supposed to be global. Like that's the whole point of them. They have different units that cater to like different types of market. So you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna let your artists like speak in other languages and things like that? What? That goes against everything that you've been trying to market NCT as.
And it was so weird because they weren't talking about anything like in depth. They were like talking about like a drawing or something, and they were just like explaining a pin. I don't know what they were doing, but then like I don't know, they just get like the axe, and they were like, oh god, and they instantly started speaking Korean. And I was like, oh, poor babies.
My problem is like with NCT, they do like I watch their V Lives a lot because I fucking love NCT. But when they do V Lives, they will literally put them in groups specifically based on like who can speak English, who can speak Chinese,
Yes.
who can speak Thai, things like that. So when Ten and Johnny are together, their natural instinct with one another is to speak English because it's the easier language for the two of them. How are you going to put Ten and Johnny in a V Live together and not expect them to communicate in English with each other?
Exactly. And not only that, but you get fans that are commenting, you know, in a certain language, and if they know it, they'll reply in that language. So I just don't understand YSM trying to go back. Mm-hmm. Like, this ain't like, let's go back to when K-pop was all manufactured and they told you how you were going to act and what you know. Like, no, we moved on from that stage.
Mm-hmm, is the real deal now. And personally, when I watch a V-Live, I will sit there, even if I don't understand what they're saying. But if, you know, every once in a while they start speaking a language I know.
You're like, oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay. Then
Now's
I'll
my time to shine.
Like, hey. Yeah, like, it gets me to engage more. Because I know I'll catch like every other word in Korean that I know, and because when you know a group so well, you understand their personality, so you can kind of get the gist of what they're trying to say. Yeah. But if they do speak another language and you understand that language, it's amazing. So let them be.
Like, damn, I'm begging for them to get another fucking Japanese member so I can get Yuta out here speaking in this whole ass Japanese. Okay? That's what I want.
You're right. Yuta. Cynthia said who?
Your bias in NCT, you know that one, Yuta?
Cynthia's bias is you. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Oh, yes. She just keeps denying it.
I don't know who that is.
She just keeps denying him, and I'm just like, girl, open your heart, open your legs,
open your heart, like how Mark told you to open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Oh my god.
He's a beautiful man. I saw him up close and personal at KCON, and I almost passed out. I was like, wow, is this heaven?
Is this heaven? Or is this Japan?
Listen, whenever I claim him, this podcast will be first to know.
And he's a 95 liner, which is kind of Cynthia's thing.
Oh my god, you're right. Wow.
It's perfect. It's freaking perfect.
I don't know what any of you are talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, so got seven breaking news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Way to change the subject.
Carolina will go for it, huh?
Hi, yes, my babies. I actually went to the show on Wednesday, July 11th at about 8 p.m. GOT7 had their show at Barclays Center. Let me tell you guys, they're the first K-pop group to ever perform there and to sell out the whole venue. Congratulations! I am so happy for them. The show was phenomenal. I ugly cried about 4 times. I tried to sneak into pit and I almost got caught. I had to run away from security.
We don't recommend this at home, kids. Don't do what Carolina does.
Don't be a Carolina.
Yeah, just don't get caught. Okay. It was an intense show. I ugly cried like 4 times. I'm actually kind of glad I wasn't front row because they would have seen me like ugly crying bad. I'm not even joking when I say I was ugly crying. But I'm so happy for them. They were just phenomenal while in New York. They even mentioned it that they had so many interviews that day, which is true. They're getting so much recognition. Like even, going into like Fox 5 News type thing. Like it's not just like a talk show. It's like the actual news, like doing coverage on GOT7. So I'm just so proud. And there's always going to be somebody out there saying like, well, they didn't blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter because for GOT7, 2 years ago. So for GOT7 2 years ago, they played at PlayStation Theater, which is super small. Yeah. Super small. And just in 2 years to come back and play at Barclays and sell it out, that's incredible.
Yeah.
GOT7 did that.
What did they do?
That.
Like, oh man, I'm just so proud of them. They looked so emotional that day, and I was like waiting for them to cry. I know Mark looked like he wanted to cry as well as Jackson. And I know for one of the songs, J-Bum was just like singing like super emo and just looking down and covering his face the whole time. I'm just like, I know that you crying down there, all right? Just because you put your hand over your face and your eyes, you don't trick us like that. It just don't happen.
It just don't happen.
I can just imagine Carolina like in the crowd sobbing. Hajima,
No, it was. I can tell you exactly. There was a part during firework, and you just saw the whole arena in green. It was like a beautiful green ocean, and they were just like singing firework, which is a beautiful song, and I was just in my feelings, like seeing so many people. Like just everybody there being, even people in the nosebleed, that it just didn't matter where you were sitting at that point. It was just being there for like because of GOT7, and that was beautiful. And obviously Thank You came on, so they started singing that and I cried again bad, like sniffling bad, like I had like little like boogers coming out my nose. Okay.
Oh, were they green?
Paint that picture, folks.
It was green because of GOT7.
Hey, no, but
Just
I get
check out
it.
her Twitter to imagine that perfectly.
Because like I wasn't even there. I watched a live stream and like during fireworks when like they showed the green ocean, because the person that I was watching the live stream from, shout out to our friend Liz, she like showed like the crowd and everything, and I was like, wow, like I feel this and I'm not even there. So like just I can just imagine being in that stadium or venue or whatever you want to call it. Oh, our babies.
Yeah, no, it was so good. And then during their thank yous, it was just like, them thanking the fans. Like without the fans, they couldn't get anywhere. Like all of this is because of like the fans. At one point, what I really like was Mark said that we as fans help them reach their dreams, and Mark wants us to dream as big as what they dream. Like, and I was just like, bro, stop. And JB was just like, as long as you guys had fun today, that's all I care about. And I was just like, stop it. Stop it. I love GOT7, y'all. Listen, ask me how many times I cried on the plane, because FaZe came on. I cried 3 times. Oh. But nobody noticed, okay? But still.
Before Carolina talks about GOT7 the whole podcast.
Hi, yes, this is going to be Carolina talking about GOT7 for 2 hours. Thank you.
Amazing.
Let's move on to Terica's little honey bun.
Loco?
She said, Loco?
Okay.
That squeal was from her heart.
It really was. I love
from her
this man
soul.
with my whole heart and soul. And like, I kept saying, I'm never going to see him live. I'm going to have to go to Korea, but I'm never going to see him live. And everyone's just like, no, you're definitely going to see him live. Like, you're going to bump into him at Famous Burger, even though you don't like hamburgers. And it's going to be like love at first sight. And you're going to get married and have like 4 kids. And I was like, you're right. And then I wake up to my devastating news, already sad that I have to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and all I see is in caps is Terica, Loco, enlistment, and I bawled. Like, my entire chest caved in, and I was like, why, Lord?
Whose
Why?
landline is that?
Oh, shit. That's mine.
That's Loco, Terica.
That's Loco calling you. Like, don't talk about me like that.
I was
Bitch,
devastated.
I told you not to talk about me in your podcast.
I know, right? I was devastated. I was like, wow, I'm truly never going to see him live. And then like 4 hours later, I get a notification and it says, Loco, new variety show in August. And I was like, excuse me, what?
So what's the truth?
Is
What's the
he
truth, Loco?
enlisting in August, or is he going to like be on this variety show? And like, is it going to be live? Is he going to pull like a Lil Wayne and like somehow in jail he has like a cooking show, a live stream, and he writes out like 6 albums? Like, I was just like, I saw a tweet the other day that someone was just like, wow, they're really not allowed to do anything but leave. Like, that's the only rule they have. And I'm like, you're right. So who knows? Maybe Loco's going to be filming this variety show from like, you know, from like
military,
base, like in his little
From the
books.
military base.
It's just like,
Got
hey,
it.
what's up? So yeah, I'm just, if there's any other Loco stands out there who are going through the same thing,
We going through it. I'm with you, Terry.
just tweet me and Kat, and
I
we'll put
feel
together
it.
a support group. And
You're
we'll
right.
we'll eat hamburgers and we'll wear the color yellow once a week. Thank you.
On Thursdays, we wear yellow.
I know. That's the new quote.
Terica, don't worry. You're still going to see him, and you're going to see him at the Famous Burger at the military place.
I mean, it's not
Gonna
like
open
he's,
one up over there.
What, they're only like confined to base for what, like
It
4
depends.
months, right? 4 or
Yeah.
5 months?
It also depends on like what he's gonna do. He can go out on weekends.
Yeah, so he'll be at
eventually.
Famous Burger, bitch. Don't worry, we gonna find it.
We go
If-
find them. I'm gonna
According
write
to my
him love letters
calculations,
until
he
then.
can go out on the weekends by the time we go to Korea. So don't worry about it.
We
Thank
got
you.
this.
Thank you so much.
And there we go. And for all we know, he's probably like enlistment. Nah, I ain't going there till like next year.
Yeah, maybe
After I meet
he'll
Terica.
pull a Nikun and he'll do some like, I don't know, volunteer
Charity
work,
work?
and become, like a humanitarian, and they're like, oh no, this Saint Loco can never go off to war.
The funny thing is that Nikun's is Thai, so it's different, but it still works.
I'm just saying they could adopt
Carolina,
policies.
let Terica have it,
I know, she
bitch.
never
Let
let me
Terica have it.
God, like I
And you know
said,
what Loco can do for charity? Fund our Korea trip.
Yes.
he
Loco
could date
DM me.
That's he can help the world out.
That'll definitely get him out of going into the
For
military.
sure.
We'll write sob stories for him. Don't worry about it.
That or he has to win a gold medal. We can do either one.
One of the two.
That's right.
We'll win a gold medal and dedicate it to him and say that he did it.
Yeah.
He did.
None of this would be possible without Loco. Exempt
you.
him.
Exempt him.
So did y'all see fucking Kino and Edon looking like snacks
My man.
at the Armani fashion show?
Yes. Okay, listen. I was not expecting that at all. When they dropped I saw that picture on Twitter, I was just like, okay, hey, what is this? I'm into it. I'm so for it. And there's a video, I guess they did, of like a recap type thing. And Kino's out here drinking champagne, living his best life. I'm just like,
God.
this is the content I want. Yes.
I think it's really cool that all these designers are starting to like invite all these like idols to their fashion shows. I think because like people look at like K fashion or like idol fashion and they're like, wow, this is something weird and different, but it works. And so like I wouldn't be surprised that after a while like we see like, I don't know, a whole like K idol line from like Chanel or something.
You right.
I mean, I'm
Well,
about
it's
it.
because if you think about, look at the past fashion weeks that have popped up, like Seoul and Paris and stuff, like so many idols have been going to it. Like
Yes.
Sehun goes to it, Kai goes to it,
Yep.
CL goes to it, GD went to it. You know, like
Yeah.
all these idols who are so heavily involved in fashion are going. And then when K-pop idols wear clothes, the brands are always quick to tag them like, oh, look, GD wore our Armani suit to this thing, or BTS wore Gucci to this thing, or CL wore Yves Saint Laurent to this, so you know it's not far off, I'm sure. And there a lot of Korean models are starting to model for high fashion agents, like
Yes.
brands.
Yep,
and
they
stuff.
are.
So,
At Gucci hired Tay. Sorry.
so you know.
I love it. I think it's amazing. We need more
But can we
diversity
talk about
in fashion.
Kino in that red
Yeah.
suit though?
Can we talk about
Ooh, he
Kino in
looks
that
so
gif
good.
where he was like licking his lips out, cause like his tongue, cause he knows. He knows.
Oh my
Kino
god.
is so much.
Kino is so dangerous for everybody.
Kino
He
is
really
a
is.
dangerous man.
And he's like a super good dancer.
And I know this isn't on the thing, but I just need to address something that I cannot fucking wait for Triple H's comeback, because oh my god.
Oh my god, these fucking pictures that we're getting, I am having a heart attack because, oh my god, they look so good. I can only imagine the amazing songs that are gonna come out, the fucking music videos. Oh my god, the music videos. Okay, sorry.
Honestly, the aesthetic of Triple H, I'm just
About it.
Yes, I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really can't wait for their comeback. I know that it's just gonna slay my life, give me everything I needed and I didn't know I needed.
You're
It's
right.
gonna be great. Funny, but somebody on Twitter was just like, "Oh, I love how Cube gave us like a bisexual polyamorous relationship without even knowing it, and then they just
They're just
ran with
running
It's
it."
just like rolling with like, oh, okay,
Right.
cool.
I
Yep.
love it. I didn't know I needed this until I had it, and now I don't want it to ever go away.
Listen,
Exactly.
we had Hyuna and Edon make out in the first video. Can we get Hui and Edon to make out in the second one? Thank you.
We and Ida. I'm here for it.
Because
You going.
honestly, the sexual tension between the two of them, I'm just like, kiss.
Kiss him.
That one meme with the
Kiss.
the two faces.
Anyway, so this is a new segment that we're gonna call. It's gonna be called "What the Fuck Tempted" for this segment.
Wow.
And then next time, which if you didn't know, tempted is
The great
a-
seducer.
yeah, another word for it, for this K-drama that was really good and really frustrating. The next time that we review another drama or talk about it, we'll just, come up with another name.
It'll just be called WTF drama name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know what you guys are thinking, but Tempted ended so long ago. But yes, but I still have so many questions that have yet to been answered.
Honestly, like, okay, first of all, my first question is, what happened to the boyfriend of
Right?
That's
of
the most
small-
important
the younger
question.
girl?
Okay, so y'all just have him get hit in the head with the golf club.
Is he dead?
This
Oh my
poor
god, I
girl-
totally forgot about him.
Poor girl crying with him in her lap. Like, they drag him downstairs, and then there's a phone call, and then nothing else. Then we see her at home, and I'm like, where's your man? Is
died.
he breathing? Is he alive? Is he okay?
Is your mom okay with you dating now? Is she
They're not
like
dating
less strict
anymore.
on
He's
you because she ran away? Like, what happened? I love her. Like, that relationship is my favorite relationship from that
The
drama.
only stable relationship in that entire drama.
No, really, the only stable relationship for sure.
know.
But that's
I don't know.
the first question.
Their grandma on the bowl, I feel like they had a pretty stable relationship.
Right.
It got her through a lot of tough times. He was there.
Right.
Everything.
And furthermore,
Honestly, the other relationship that I liked was the mother, Suji's mom, and the guy. No.
Sanu?
No, Suji's mom and the head of his company, not
the CEO dude, the CEO dad.
No, not the CEO, not
Oh,
the dad.
oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
other
the
guy.
assistant.
The assistant
Security. I mean, not
Yeah,
security.
that guy.
The help.
his name?
Not the help.
guy.
His like secretary.
Yes, the secretary.
Oh
There
my
we go.
God, Carolina.
Yes, the mom, Suji's mom, and the secretary.
Yes, I like them too, and I'm just like, I know that they probably like he's probably in love with her, and she's probably in love with him, but Loki is like, nah, because I'm gonna go for the CEO, and I'm like, B, you are messing yourself up, and you did. Did they ever get married? I don't think
But
so.
she had to do what she had to do to get that coin, though. She was like, I could just have
She
you on
already
the
had
side.
coin though.
But you can always get more coins.
My thing also is Tempted missed a great plot point by not putting Seju and Kyungju together, okay?
Oh my God, they would have been so cute. I was rooting for them.
And she liked him so much, and y'all just ruined that whole thing. You
And
had
he
to put
ended-
him with fucking Suji. Like,
Why?
She didn't deserve anyone. She doesn't deserve any kind of happiness.
Oh my God.
She needed to fall in love with herself and not get my man sick, okay? Like, no, you cannot have him. Although, I will say she had the best outfits the whole entire time.
She really did.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
loved
she
it.
really did. That's
She was
true.
like a Korean
looking
Blair
good.
Waldorf. I loved her.
Oh my God.
She was like,
Yeah, that's probably why she had so much freaking drama. Definitely.
You're right.
I feel it.
But there's just so many unanswered questions. I'm just like, what did they do for 6 years?
Did Suji's mom ever get like fined?
Right?
Did her hospital shut down? Like, is she all right? Because she was she was doing like what, like some
shady stuff.
helping the community.
you're right.
She was like helping the community or something. Just like, was that like her community service because she got in trouble? Like, what?
of course she did.
What?
Rich privilege.
You're right.
I didn't like her either.
Damn.
Fuck her.
And then Sheehan's dad, like, is his cancer gone? Like, is he okay? Like, is he good? Like, is their
Right, did he
relationship
survive?
okay? Yeah, like, are they good? Like,
Nobody knows, okay? Like,
Nobody
Tempted
knows.
left us in the dark for some things, because I even remember watching it, and in the middle I'm just like, how are they going to answer all these questions in 1 hour for the last one? I was just like, nah, y'all
they
left
didn't.
too many things, and y'all are not gonna give me a season 2. Like, what the heck?
and then, I mean, I like the ending, but they could have gave me a fucking kiss.
Honestly.
After 6 years, they gave me a hug. They gave me a hug.
They wanted
And
to
not
take
just-
things slow.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
It was
Saying her whole life was almost ruined. Like she couldn't just like, you know what I mean? She had to be like, look, I gotta see
His
where you
whole
at.
life was almost ruined. He got hit by a golf club.
Look, he put himself in that situation. He knew his friends were messy. He knew
that
dude
is victim
was
shaming.
A mess. Tempted
And
was
also-
just a mess.
The guy that beat them up, Ki Young or whatever, like, what happened to him? Did he go to prison?
I
Like,
hope so.
He
Fuck
went
that
into
bitch, too.
hiding.
Or another one, Seju's mom. Is she okay?
That's right. Did she ever wake up from that?
Right?
coma?
She was in the
Like, what
hospital. Like, what happened?
Like, because he left to another country. Did he just leave his mom there?
Right.
Did he take her with?
With his terrible family?
Like, no, he hates that family.
Oh, God.
Did he like start that restaurant or something, or just
Yeah.
stay there?
And his
then
grandpa finally died, or what?
Never spoke to his family ever again. Like,
Yeah.
was that the plan? Was that what happened?
I feel like his mom
yeah, but
passed
what happened
away.
with his
Like
mom?
he knew she wasn't gonna wake up, and he's like, I can't hold myself here. She wouldn't want me to stay here with these horrible people. She would want me to go and live my life, and that's what he did.
But then he still ended up with a dumb bitch.
Honestly.
Well, I mean,
All I'm
look.
saying, and this will be the thing I say last, is Seju deserved more than every fucking person in that drama. He was there for everybody, and yes, he was a dickhead towards the end. I admit it. What he did to Tae at the end was terrible, but he
that was
did it because he was
terrible.
in love, okay? Because he wanted the love of his life, who didn't deserve him. No one deserved him. Not even Shihun deserved him, okay? No one deserved that man. Justice for Seju.
Wow. On that note,
Justice for Seju, indeed. Yo, every
Wait, I
drama
wanna-
I've seen him in, it's just been bad.
Right? Every drama. That's what I wanted to end my note on, is that I
just
I
deserves
love
it.
him as an actor, as a person. Yes. Hello, please call me. Okay.
Script writers out there in Korea, give Kim Min Jae a good ending, okay? Thank you.
Can he ever have the girl?
Until Jisoo gets his like great ending, and until after his like the drama he's about to star in airs, we're not gonna be fighting for anybody else but my man's.
Okay, first of all, I also believe in justice. I also believe in justice for Jisoo because,
you.
you know, he deserves the world. After Scarlett Harreo, like, that man deserves it all. But Min Jae does too. Fuckery of the week.
Oh my God.
I would like to take the lead on this because it's about one of my men,
Go ahead, girl.
one of my many.
Dun dun dun.
There was some ridiculous drama this week regarding Minnow and a certain Instagram page. We're not going to talk about it too much. I just need everyone to know that y'all jumping to conclusions can literally ruin someone's career. I'm just going to put that out there. Ruin someone's career, their entire life.
Yeah, so basically, if you didn't hear about it, Dispatch was saying that Minnow was following this one account of a photographer that was posting kind of sketchy content type thing. And basically, they tried to ruin this man's life. Now, the thing is that everybody that translated the stuff, I know some of them knew that the translation was wrong, and they still posted it and made it travel like through social media, which that's just horrible. Like, if you know a translation is wrong, why the heck would you just retweet it and be like, oh my god, look at this type thing?
They manipulated certain words to make it seem worse than it already was at the time.
Yeah. So, I just don't understand Dispatch. Like, okay, we low key all hate YG, but at the same time, you can't just get that out on their artists. Like, his artist has nothing to do with it. And Minho been working so hard his entire career and going through all that stuff with Winner, and just for you to come try and like destroy it just because.
Yep.
Like, excuse me.
Yeah. And if anything, when people saw it, they should have like attacked or reported the Instagram page and not him. Like, that's the real situation. Like, this person that's posting the content that, like, no, that's not okay.
Yep. And not only that, but for example, it's like, what if he like it's like sometimes you follow an account and it's like 2015, you follow an account and it's about dogs and puppies. So what if this person in the middle of it all changed his Instagram, his content to cats, and you hate cats, and all of a sudden kitties are popping up on your damn freaking like Instagram feed, and you're just like, what the heck? Like, you don't
or
realize
even then, you don't always get to see everybody's posts, because I follow a lot of people and I don't see, I see maybe a third of those posts.
Yeah, that too.
But the fact that he felt that he had to unfollow literally everyone, so he unfollowed everybody on Instagram, and everything was hashed out and everything was taken care of. The thing that bothered me is there was never an apology. There was no one ever said anything like, oh, we're really sorry that we did this. Like, this man, genuinely, you could have genuinely ruined everything he's worked his entire life for because you thought something was wrong or you thought something was sketchy with no proof. Like, you had no proof. You had an Instagram follow and a mistranslation. That's what you had.
Just so stupid. So stupid.
Bitches are dumb out here.
They're
Truly?
just trying to just destroy careers just because. And then after when they come after them, they're just like, oh, we didn't know. And I'm just like, shut up.
And then when it comes to like real problems in the K-pop industry, real things that happen with their favorites or real things that happen with they never want to hold anybody accountable. And then you're just like, well, you guys try to act woke as hell when you found this man following a sketchy Instagram account or an Instagram account that posts sketchy content. Y'all try to be woke. But when real things happen, when idols say stupid stuff, but they're your favorites, you don't say a word. Mum's the word for y'all, right? So don't act fake woke and call other people out and then get mad when their stans come after you to then keep your mouth closed when your faves do something bad. Like,
exactly. It's just like, if you're going to be fake woke with everything.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Hello,
BTS has
just announced that their comeback is in August.
Which has...
Wait, what?
It was just confirmed that BTS will come back with a special album this August, which has 2 to 3 new songs.
And they're planning to film their MV, and they won't promote the new songs on music shows, but they will perform them on the world tour.
So you're saying that they confirmed the August comeback, but then Big Hit was like, August comeback? What are you talking about?
That
Only
is
to
what we said, though.
the August comeback.
When the rumor was coming, when it was going around, and they're like, oh, no, that's not gonna happen. Everybody's like, see, why are you guys spreading these lies? And then I was like, first rule, BTS, don't trust Big Hit.
And now 2 days later, we're coming back in August.
It's because they found out about it, so they were just like, crap, we gotta say it.
Well, yeah, and then all these radio stations are like, oh, there's a big surprise. So, like, they couldn't hide crap even if they want to. So, at this point, they should be like, look, this is the schedule that we're going to have for them for the next 2 years. You're welcome.
Exactly.
Prepare your monies. There's no excuse
Like,
why
here
you
you
should buy
go.
this album now.
Save up your coins, because
I wish they would do that because I know they got their schedule lined up for the next 2 years,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
at
definitely.
least 2 years. So like, just release it. Let me know what you're gonna do, so I know how much money I gotta save, like
What-
when I gotta like ask for work off.
That's what I'm saying. I
Just
take off
give me-
work.
Yeah, like just let me be prepared to
When I
support
gotta
you.
time my potty breaks, like, oh, suddenly I have to go to the bathroom. Watch this music
At
video.
8 a.m., which is 12 a.m. Korean Standard Time. Here we
this
go.
would be a perfect time. Someone asked us recently how we got into K-pop, so I think this would be a really cool time to like talk about it.
Are we having a story time?
Hey,
I don't think we've
Are we having a
ever
story time?
divulged into what got us into K-pop. So I feel like the K-pop OG in this group, Carolina.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, let's
What's
go
up?
in timeline.
What's up? Okay. Oh my god. Well, I got into K-pop. It was about 2011, and I've always been into like anime and all that thing and all that stuff. So I was watching something anime related, and on my YouTube recommended Wedding Dress by Taeyang was on. Now for me, all I saw was this hot man, and I was like, who are you? So I clicked on it. I'm here watching the Wedding Dress music video, and let me tell you that by the end of it, I shed a tear. So I was just like, what is this? First of all, who is this guy? What is this? What is he saying? Like, what? Which led me to Big Bang. So I found Big Bang,
Bang,
and I
bang,
was like,
bang.
oh, this music is good. And then I bumped into Shiny. And I bumped into Shiny's Replay, the Japanese version.
Hey.
Which, as you can, if you've heard the past podcast, you know that I love. So I bumped into that song, and basically I heard it, and that solidified it. I was just like, okay, I don't know who these guys are, whatever, but we're doing this. So I got into it, and at that point, we had I had one of my friends. She was already.
I was gonna say this is when we intertwine, but I'll start after you.
Yeah, so this is where Cynthia and I's story intertwine. But anyway, so our friend Harshika, she was already into K-pop, and I was talking about it, and she's like, oh yeah, like this is that. So she like introduced me to more stuff like Super Junior and like Girls' Generation and things like that, 2 p.m. And ever since then, I've always like kept up with the music wise. I was never like super into the fandom part of it. It wasn't until like 2015 that I got super into like the fandom part of it all. But music wise, I have been bopping to all their stuff since 2011. So that's my story, and now here I am, a broke K-pop stan. Yes,
Crying over
crying over GOT7 indeed.
So I started in 2011 as well, but I started because our friend, Shika for short, she would send me emails with music videos. And she's
Emails.
like, yeah, literally, this is like an email time. And she would send me a bunch of emails. She'd be like, oh my god, like check this out. And so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. What really, really got me into K-pop though, even though this isn't like pop, whatever, was CN Blue. She said,
That's another one for me too.
we discovered them together, Carolina. So
I know.
she sent us a music video, and me and Carolina were like, what? And because I really love bands in general, and Carolina does too. All of our friend group actually listen to like band, especially then. That was like, during our emo phase.
Yep.
So me and Carolina were
definitely.
super about CN Blue because we're like, oh my god, they're playing instruments, what? And then she introduced me to Shiny, and I was like, ooh, who are you? And there weren't subs. So we were kind of just guessing what was going on. Every once in a while we would find something that would be subbed, God bless.
We would usually, music wise, I would just go into like translation pages, and they had the like
Lyrics.
translation of the songs. Yeah, the lyrics.
Didn't Chica run like a Shiny
Yeah.
fan page?
Attainment.
Ah.
Yeah, she had like a fan site, and it got really popular really fast. And she was just heavily into it, and she dragged me and Caroline along. Thank you, Shika. I love you very much for this. And also got into like K-dramas, Boys Over Flowers, hello, because me and her, we watched it
Iconic.
together. Iconic, it truly was, and that sealed the deal for me. Over the years, I would listen to the iconic songs. I'd be like, wing ding dong ding ding. I would still jam out to that, and then still watch the
listen
music.
to that to this day.
Same here, and I still watch the music video, but I didn't get heavily into the fan side of things until Carolina and Kat got more into it. And there's actually another little story there. I'll just quickly run by this one. I was going through a rough time, and I asked Kat to make me a huge K-pop playlist, I mean, of the new songs, because, you know, I was old school, so I didn't know what was new and hip. So
Like an old lady.
I know, right? Well, it's because, you know, I was like in K-pop world before it even knew what it was going to be.
Well, yeah, exactly. No, same. I feel it.
So she made me this huge playlist with all these songs, and every song that I'd be like, oh, who's this? Who's this? It would be BTS. I'm like, who's that? And then, long story short, I fell into a rabbit hole and haven't come out.
Can't find your way out.
Exactly. Nope. I think it was like 2015, which is actually funny because I saw a music video of theirs when it first came out, like years and years ago, and I was like, ooh, who's that? They're so cute. And then something distracted me, and I didn't fall into the rabbit hole when they first debuted. But hey, it's fine. I'm here. I was 2 years late. It's fine.
You found
It was probably One Direction that got us in there.
Truly.
Oh, yeah.
One Direction distracted us.
Yeah, that's what it was, actually. Damn it, One Direction. I still love you, though. 1D for life. Okay, sorry.
I got into K-pop because of Carolina. Woo! So me and Carolina met because of a few groups we stand.
Before Stan was a word.
Yeah,
Right.
Before
when
Stan
we
was a
were like
word.
15. And ever since then, Carolina knows I have an obsessive personality, so she's always tried to force K-pop like onto me. And I was like,
Funny part is that I showed Kat once the video of Like a Fire, Shiny's performance of Like a Fire, where
yeah.
Jonghyun is going off and Key's going off with the high key, like the high notes and all that. And she said, oh no, that's too EDM-y for me.
Yeah,
I don't like
it was very EDM-y, and at the time I was very like into like my rock, like my.
And she was against mine and Carolina's EDM side.
Yeah, I was very into like my punk, like that's when I was into like my punk music and like my punk rock music. So I was very like, oh no, this is too like electronic for me. Thank you. And I was just like, no, that's okay. And then she showed me the Japanese version of Shiny Replay. And I was like,
Because I love that song.
I was like, it's okay. So years passed and she stopped, because every time she tried, I was just like, nah, like, that's okay.
So I gave up, low-key.
Genuinely, I didn't not get into K-pop because I didn't think I would like it. I just liked so many things, like the Jonas Brothers and One Direction, and I was into like the whole like Warped Tour like scene. So like I was like, I don't have room for K-pop. Like I was like, I can't do K-pop.
K-pop's hard to keep up.
And so years and years passed. In 2015, I think, Carolina, I moved back to Texas, and me and my family were going through some struggles. So I was like, I need something to distract myself, because One Direction has disbanded at that point, and I was just like, ugh, what am I gonna do? So I was like, Carolina, I think it's time. And she was like, oh my god. So at this point, Carolina was going to see EXO in Texas.
Yes,
And
2016 February bit. That
so
show.
I was like, okay, like, get me, like, who is EXO? And she was telling me everything about EXO. And
I remember basically, like, I was tweeting about being excited to see EXO, that she was just like, okay, I checked them out.
yeah, like, who is
And-
this? And so I looked them up. So I get on the YouTubes, you know, I'm like, EXO. And at first I put in literally the letter X and the letter O, and nothing came up. So I was like, ugh. Okay. So I looked back at Carolina's tweet, and then I spelled it right. I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm watching like stuff, and the first video I watched was Mama, and I was like, oh, this is a little weird. I was like,
Yeah.
This is a little odd, but okay. And then Call Me Baby came up, and it was the newest comeback that they had done. So I clicked on it, and fucking Kai just rising up, and I was just like, I'm interested. I was like, tell me more. So Call Me Baby was the first song that I heard that I was like, I can get into this. And then from there I went on more into EXO than like into K-pop in general. I was like, okay, I just went downhill for there. And I remember being so mad at Carolina for telling me to look into EXO right before they were coming on tour, knowing that I couldn't go. Yep. I was like, I hate you. I was like, I hate you so much, because I fell hard for EXO.
Yes, EXO. Yes, shout out to EXO. I love them.
EXO quick. And then I was like, Carolina, give me more. So she literally gave me a list of songs. Not groups, songs. So I was like, okay, awesome. I watched a bunch of them. She gave me like Big Bang, and I was like, yes, love it. She gave me GOT7, and that was a downfall. That was a spiral. And the funny thing is that Carolina wasn't even that into GOT7 until I got into GOT7. And I was like, Carolina, become obsessed with me. And then I found the video of Yugyeom in Dallas, and I was like, oh, isn't this the one you said you like, Carolina? Look at this. And that was it.
That's it. That's a wrap.
And then I really got into K-hip hop. I got into that on my own.
Mm-hmm. And she dragged us with her.
And now
I
dragged everyone else down the K-hip hop hole with me.
She really did.
True.
And that's a wrap. Now, Terica, it's your turn.
My story is like kind of a combination of all of these. Like Kat, I also have like an obsessive personality. Not like single white female where I'm gonna try to like murder you and like steal your face or anything. But like when I get fixated on something and I really like it, I love it. So I've been a fangirl almost my whole life. Started with NSYNC, and then I moved on to Bow Wow and B2K and all that jazz. I like Carolina. I was also into like anime and just like different like parts of Asian culture, Japanese culture. I used to make samurai movies with my best friend in like the 4th grade.
Love it.
It was great. But also during that time, I moved, and I didn't have that support anymore from my friend, and like everybody thought that I was weird because I was into anime. And so I was like, well, I can't do this anymore. So I kind of put things in the back burner, and I tried to stray away from that. And we got a new house around this time, and my neighbor was Korean and his wife was Chinese. And I remember he would like, I was like, what is this weird music? What is this? It wasn't K-pop. It was trap music. I was like, what? And like, it was always interesting to me. I was like, this is low key, like this is kind of cool. But like I said, dealing with like bullying and trying to fit in with like this new group of kids, I kind of was like straight away from it. Then I got into my punk scene and my bands, and I got into 5 Seconds of Summer and all that jazz. And then K-pop things started kind of popping up on like my Twitter and popping up on my YouTube. And I was just like, everyone's like, don't get into it. It's weird. And like, don't give it a chance. And I was like, but I kind of want to. So I watched that BuzzFeed video, and I was like, okay, that's it. This is the push that I needed. And at the time, one of my other friends, Kiki, was also getting into K-pop. It's 2015 at this time. And I'm like, Kiki, send me all the things. And she sent me all the things. And she sent me all these groups and everything. And I watched all these music videos in one night. And I was just like, my people! Like, everything was great. And I was just like, yes, like, this is what I fought against for so long. Why did I do this to myself? So I looked up all these songs, and I got into all these groups and found groups of my own. Then one of my coworkers, I was talking about GOT7, and my coworker was like, wow, you listen to K-pop? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, whoa, me too. Here's like a hard drive of all of my favorite songs. And she was an OG K-popper like Carolina and Cynthia. So like on hers was like TVXQ and Super Junior, which was her ult, and Shinhwa and all these other things. And I was like, wow, this slaps. Like, I'm about this. And then I instantly bought my first GOT7 ticket. And I met Kat and met Carolina and met Cynthia, and we've been inseparable since. And now we're just kind of,
we formed the Powerpuff Girls.
We formed the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, basically.
With
and we're in this black
combined.
hole that we can't get out of, and it's just a never-ending cycle. But we love it. We love it so much. We started a podcast. And And also, I'm back into anime again. I'm not like repressing my love. So if anybody has any more suggestions, I need to catch up after all these years, hit a girl up. I love watching new shows. Thank you.
So, out of curiosity, I know we've all been to a lot of shows. Who is your favorite K-pop act that you've seen live?
BTS.
GOT7. Like and it's not even just because like GOT7 are my number one, but at the same time, yes. But no, it's because every GOT7 show that I've been to, they make it fun. They make it good. They make you get out of there like the entire time you're just happy. Like the entire time, like there's just like the energy with the fans and like with them and the fan service and. Like, there hasn't been a GOT7 show that I haven't felt like this is one of the best moments of my life. That I felt just pure bliss and happiness, and that's it. Like, that's how I feel at a GOT7 show.
I feel that, but with BTS. I love GOT7 too. Hello. Okay. But for me, it's BTS because of how much I connected with their music. They have brought me through, like, an unhappy place in my life to a amazing place in my life where it really brought all of our group even closer together. It brought us Terika.
Yes.
Me and Terika actually met for the first time in person to go to a BTS show together. And we got to experience that together, and we cried and we laughed. We got baptized together, and it was
I
just
have Hobie's
beautiful.
DNA in my mouth.
Exactly. Like, all of a sudden, like, I hear her screaming behind me, and then she's like, I got some in my mouth. It was a great moment. But the thing for me is that there was a specific point where it was the end, and I'm, in the middle of the pit, freaking getting squished at barricade, and then I'm just looking up at BTS, and they're singing, and I look around me, and the army bomb ocean, and it was just an amazing moment to just be like, wow, I'm seeing them live with my best friends, and I am just alive. This is what life's about.
For me, it's a tie between
GOT7 and BTS?
No, neither actually.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I know what she says.
For me, it's between VIX.
Oh my god! Okay, go ahead.
For me, it's between VIX and 17. VIX, they're just, I don't know how to explain them live. Like, when they stepped out on stage, when me and Terika saw them, we saw them in a really small venue. And even in, like, this tiny little venue, they made themselves seem so big. And, like, everything they did, every, like, motion, every little tick and aspect was just so good. And I was just, like, in awe, like, the entire time. Like, my mouth was just, like, like, throughout the whole thing. The same thing with 17. I've only ever, unfortunately, seen 17 at KCON, like at conventions. But every time I
17.
see them, I'm just
17?
completely entranced. Like, I can't, like, look away. Like, I'm just like, whoa, like, how do you even do that? Like, what? How
I feel it. Yes.
13 of you
17
so
is powerful.
synchronized? Like, how do you all move like one, like, cohesive unit? Like, that should not be
Kings.
possible.
I wish I could see them. Every time I'm about to see 17, something happens in my life and I can't go. But one day I will experience this in person.
You're right.
Terika, your turn.
It's weird. I don't want to be that person. Like, every show, I have 3 because they all mean different things. BTS for sure. If you haven't figured out by now who's like the huge armies, it's me and Cynthia, and then Kat, and then like Carolina dabbles. So
they call me a fake army most of the time.
It was like one of the greatest weekends ever because I got to like meet Cynthia and Kalea in person, which is our other friend, and like we just had a really good time, and we went through so much that weekend.
It really was.
It was a mess. Like, Cynthia got hurt. Like, we had ticket issues. But like to finally,
I got in a fight.
Yeah, to finally be there and like see them live, like Cynthia said, with my best friends, like it was amazing. It was like everything I needed because, like I was saying, I found like K-pop and everything during a time when like I was going through like hard things, like with family wise and like just being with like bullying and stuff. And like I remember listening with my headphones on one night, and I was really sad about something, and like Butterfly came on, and I remember just crying, and I was like, wow, like I can't wait to see them live. And so that was really special to me to finally see my boys. Vix was another good one for me because it was my first time in Canada. And Vix is just like, I feel like everyone should see them live. They're just
Yes.
great performers. Like, I know
I
all
agree.
of these guys are like, they're all adults, but like when you see Vix perform, like, they're grown men. And like, they're just so professional and they're just so great. And we just had a really good time. And the last one is Ace. And I think the reason why I loved Ace so much is because we went into Ace, like usually when we go into shows, we're like, we've planned, like, we have like a whole itinerary. We have like what we're wearing, what time we're lining up, who's going back in pairs to go get food and go get changed. Like, it's not a vacation. Like, seeing shows, like, it's a job. Like, you have to have a whole operation. But like for Ace, we were so relaxed because we're like, they're a baby group. Like, we're going for fun. It was Kat's birthday. We're just gonna like chill out and have fun. We didn't even like dress up. Like, there was no,
we didn't
like,
even try that hard, and it was like the best
it wasn't
concert
like I'm gonna beat my face
ever.
for 2 hours. Like, Kat and Cynthia are like our resident makeup artists, and like Kat was just like chilling with
we
her
do everyone's
Like, we
makeup.
were just like, we looked nice, but we were comfortable, and like I think not having that pressure, we just allowed ourselves to just have so much fun, and we got the best interactions, and the boys are sweet, and basically we're their best friends now. Like we said, we're gonna have story time about that later, but like, yeah, so like each of those shows were really like, they had a different like sentimental value to me, but those were my top shows because I would say GOT7, but I was kind of embarrassed my first GOT7 show, so yeah.
That's
But-
for another time.
I feel it, but you know.
Yeah.
I also GOT7 also has a special place in my heart because at Turbulence I did go on stage with JB, which was kind of a big deal for me because I was like,
Kind of
the
a big
only
deal.
girl up there with her bias, and he was just
Yep.
so sweet. So GOT7 does genuinely hold a special place in my heart.
Same.
God had our backs on that one.
Truly.
Yo, that
Shout
was
out to Cynthia for
wild.
giving me her.
Ticket.
You right.
Always and forever.
I couldn't imagine, like, every time I think about Kat going on stage with JB, I'm just like, what if I would have get picked for Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm like, I like, what, I
You
pretty
definitely
sure there would
wouldn't
be-
have been
Okay.
as calm as me.
But the thing is,
Like,
yeah, she would
no,
not have. She would have passed
I
out on the
would've-
stairs.
Nah, not even, I would just be too hyped.
Scream in
I
his
literally
face
just
or run away.
Exactly.
Staring.
But
Staring the whole
if
time.
I had gotten like a ticket for Yu-Gi-Oh, I would have gotten
Yeah,
straight to
it's the
Carolina.
same thing.
Just same thing. If it was Bam Bam, me and Terika, we just couldn't have. We're sister wives.
We're a
okay?
package deal.
We're Siamese
sorry.
twins.
It's an you can't go against my religion.
And that's that.
Okay, so one group you guys want to see live. Quickly, go.
17.
Pentagon.
Oh my god, you stole mine! I was like, Pentagon.
The one group I want to see, I'm also going to be seeing at KCON is Infact. Woo! Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Because I just need
Wow.
J-Up's vocals in my life.
You know
Teo.
who I
I
want
just
to
need
see?
Teo's face.
I want to see Say Young live. Dang
UNB.
it. My name. UNB. Yes. I would love to see UNB live.
Cynthia's
Newest.
just over here crying
UNB,
about
do a fan
17.
meet in the USA. Thank you.
JBJ. Oh,
We're not even gonna talk about it. We're not gonna
No.
talk about it.
When will I ever see Kenta live? When? Damn it.
Ooh, Kenta.
Hey, well, that was our little story time.
Yes.
But now we just gotta talk about a stand corner of the week. Y'all gotta stand the boys, and I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Kat take over.
Boys.
Okay, so the boys are a
Yes.
12-member group.
There's 12 of them.
They're so cute. Okay, sorry. I tried to get Carolina and them into them in my living room floor at my parents' house.
And the only thing that processes in my brain
Juan.
is Hual. That's literally
Sorry.
and I
Kevin
mean,
Moon.
obviously I know Kevin, Jacob, but the only thing that's embedded in my brain is Hual.
Anyway, the boys
That's it.
are, there's 12 members, and I know you guys are probably like, that's a lot, but it's worth it. But the boys are really great. They're very, like, fun pop music is what I would put them under. There's a lot of fun pop music that they do, and their concepts are always so, like, bubbly and fun, and their debut song was called The Boys.
Perfect for them.
Yes. If I were to recommend a song, even though the first debut was great, Giddy Up is the bop. Giddy, giddy,
Giddy up.
They just recently had a comeback. Their song was produced by Park Kyung from Block B. It's called
So
Keeper. It's really good. It's such a cute music video. And their choreography is always so good. It's another group that has a choreography leader in their group. So, yes, check out the boys. They're amazing.
Yeah, they're really, really fun, really cute, and obviously they're younger, so their music kind of portrays it.
Yeah.
And one of the members used to do YouTube and is really hilarious.
Kevin
Shout
Mooney.
out to Kevin.
Kevin
My
Moon is in there.
boy.
And yeah, they're really, really cute guys. Their music is really good. I'm not super into them like fandom wise, but I do bob to their songs. Their album is really, really good.
They have
So
really good taste in hats. I'm sorry.
Yep, that too. And they're just adorable and funny and cute, and it's great. Like, why wouldn't you want to like a group like that? So please stand the boys.
Stand the boys.
Yay.
Woo! Songs of the week. Are we ready?
My song of the week is "Face" by
Of
GOT7
course.
because
Hey.
I'm emotional and yes.
Mine is Somehow by Day 6. I'm not sorry.
Hey.
Mine is Skip and Kiss by CK.
You right about Groovy
everywhere. His single, his double
It did.
single thing just came out. His comeback.
What he went to witness protection for.
Yeah. It's produced by Groovy
2
Room.
songs.
Produced by Groovy Room. It's super good, super like mellow, but it has a really cool like EDM flow in it as well. So really good. Check out the album. It's amazing. Skip and Kiss, CK. Yes.
I've been studying a lot for like classes and stuff, and I usually listen to Loco, but I have been listening to a lot of Dean. So my song is D Half Moon. I love that song. I love
Yes.
that man. It's really chill and mellow. Check it out if you haven't.
Yes.
Woo!
That's really good. I think that wraps it up for this week. If you guys have any other questions, just like how somebody asked us how we got into K-pop, feel free to tweet us. Feel free to ask us other things.
Slide
or
into the
tell-
DMs. We got you.
Yep, just let
Tell
us
me what he
know.
did. Anything. We're here for you.
We will always be here for you. And besides that, thank you so much for listening. And hopefully we entertained you.
And above all else, always remember to
Fangirl on!
Hey, hey, hey.